We have one more piece in store for you, something that wasn't planned, obviously, and we know why it's on the program. Because it has to be, because you're reading the programs in memoriam of Mr. DeNicola. Last night we had an assembly here with 500 students. It was a district band night, so we had the elementary, the middle school, and the high school. And we did this at the end of that, too. And this place was packed with parents all around the gym. And we talked about Mr. DeNicola, and I don't know if that can be repeated, just that moment, but we'll try our best. So, as you know, and I'm going to let you say a few words if you'd like as well. You can, right? You can do it? Yeah, I do actually. Mr. DeNicola was a mentor, not just to me. I'd be selfish, he was my mentor. He was all of our mentors for the last 50 years. He's been a part of this building. He put his heart and soul, literally his heart and soul, into this program for those 50 years. And his retirement really sucked. We all know he deserves a great retirement. And it's sad that we lost him 11 months later. But try to put a positive spin on it. It's our responsibility now to not forget Mr. DeNicola and to take all of the lessons he taught us throughout these years that we got to be a part of his life and take those and remember those moments and those lessons that were taught and carry those on. Carry that legacy on, all those lessons, and it will continue for decades still to come. And because these students here, we had a parent speak on his behalf the other night at a board meeting. He might have exaggerated the numbers a little bit, but he was like 78,000 students and 11,000 doctors. Now, he's probably exaggerating the numbers a little, but he wasn't far off when he said Mr. DeNicola impacted thousands of students and probably hundreds and hundreds of doctors around this country now who've gone on to incredible colleges and all remember that voice from his years that they had him, and they want to be better people for it. They want to be better doctors. They want to be better accountants. They want to do their job, as he would say. Because so few people nowadays, it seems, they really do their job. And that's why we have so many problems in society. Because there's people that just look the other way, or they don't pay attention, or they just don't maybe care enough about it. And he would always instill in us, if you do your job, and if everybody did their job, we would be a bunch of good citizens, a better society, and we'd all live happy lives. Especially if you chose something that you really love to do. And he always said he didn't come to work. This wasn't his job. He came to enjoy his time spending with the students and wanted to just give them more knowledge year after year. And that's why he never quit, because he just had to keep doing that. That's what kept him going. That's what kept him going. Teaching these students year after year after year those important lessons that they'll remember forever. So I think it's important that we honor him tonight, and we're going to perform. We're going to allow alumni to come up on, well, it's not the stage, but come up on the gym floor. And if you brought your instrument, you're welcome to play this piece with us. Because guess what? We only rehearsed this piece one time. Because after this week, it was Mr. DeNicola's wedding, it was his funeral. There was so much going on that we didn't really have much time to rehearse. And I thought all the groups did such a wonderful job. I want to thank Mr. Hendrickson and Mr. Raleigh for keeping things afloat when I wasn't here. Thank you to you guys for all your support these last few weeks and the last 2 weeks. And thank you to the students for hanging in there and putting on a great show tonight. Let's give it up for all the students. And this is why we do this. This is why we come back. And this is why like Jason Sun, Tiffany Pang, I can name others who've come back. Brittany's back there. Where's Brittany? Yeah, and her brother. And they all came. Justin. I see Justin. I see Evan Young back there. Yeah. There's Carlos. You need to play, Carlos? All right, come on down. Don't be shy. If anybody else would like to play, I saw Ani. Yeah. I saw Sakshan. Yep, Peter, come on down. Mr. Schneck. Yep, Mr. Schneck knows Mr. DeNicola longer than me or anybody, probably.
Indeed. Do you have extra board?
Yeah, is there an extra tuba? Somebody hold on to an extra tuba over there? Yeah, there you go. See that? Come on down, Justin.
All right. I'm a lot shorter. So while the alumni are getting settled, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tiffany Hua, but I was Tiffany Pang when I was at J.P. Stevenson. I'm a 2007 graduate. It's been a hard week. I think I'm a key, and I'm trying to get through this. So I continued in school for 14 years after graduating in 2007, so that tells you a lot about medicine. I'm a doctor now at Penn, working with getting his care. And I'm in education now on the medical side, and something that somebody once told me is that when you're a teacher, you're planting a seed that you hope will one day grow. Right? You're just kind of instilling these little ideas, and you hope they'll just blossom in the minds of young people. And I've had a lot of teachers, but only one of them ever publicly told me to shut up, or publicly told me that a monkey could conduct better than I could. And I used to think this was Dean's superpower, right? To just like speak the truth, even when it's not really acceptable in polite society. He would say bad words, probably getting harder and harder to get away with. But with time, I kind of understood that that was not his superpower. Dean had a way of making every single person feel like they were singularly special to him. He would leave notes in my locker to inspire me, or occasionally make fun of the way I looked or how short I was. But he noticed you, right? Like, you could be the last trumpet, you could be the first chair clarinet player, and he noticed you. I do something very different than John Zazali now, and the incredible musical legacy he's left. But he's a huge, huge part of me. And I hope that the seed that he has planted will continue to grow, not only in me, but in all the young people who made such beautiful music tonight. So thank you for the opportunity to speak and enjoy the music.
Program note from our composer, Frank DeNicola. I want in my setting of Amazing Grace to reflect the powerful simplicity of the words and melody, to be sincere, to be direct, to be honest, and not through the use of novel harmonies and clever tricks, but by traveling traditional paths in search of truth and authenticity. I believe that music has the power to take us to a place that words alone cannot. And so my own feelings about Amazing Grace reside in this setting itself. The harmony, texture, orchestration, and form are inseparable, intertwined, so as to be perceived as a single expressive entity. The spiritual Amazing Grace was written by John Newton, a slave ship captain who, after years of transporting slaves across the Atlantic Ocean to the New World, suddenly saw through divine grace the evilness of his own acts. First published in 1835 by William Walker in the Southern Harmony, Amazing Grace has since grown to become one of the most beloved of all American spirituals. And we're going to dedicate this in memory of you, Dean. And nobody in this room will ever forget that. And that's why we do this. Thank you, Mr. DeNicola. Rest in peace. Good night, everybody.